In an era where science often takes a backseat and the world grapples with mounting challenges such as new diseases and financial crises, intriguing news is reshaping the current landscape. This news could potentially alter everything that we know. The rumor? Renowned neuroscientist Andrew Huberman may be on the brink of forging a partnership with none other than the World Health Organization. Andrew Huberman, who's well known for his groundbreaking work in neuroscience, is a true innovator. He has made important contributions in the past, but rumors suggest that his collaboration with the World Health Organization could surpass everything that he has ever done before. This project has the potential to be enormous, with countless exciting opportunities on the horizon. So the specifics remain pretty elusive, building anticipation as we await confirmation. What is known of Huberman's work is his unique blend of innovative ideas and resolute determination. His research focuses on leveraging our body's innate mechanisms to mitigate mental health issues. So, with the WHO at his side, he might just be able to extend the reach of his transformative work, touching lives globally. If the rumors hold any truth, we could be standing on the threshold of a groundbreaking era in global health. The collaboration between Andrew Huberman and the World Health Organization extends beyond improving healthcare or mental well-being. Its purpose is to catalyze a profound transformation in our perspective. By advancing our understanding of the complexities of the brain, Huberman and the World Health Organization aim to enhance comprehension, challenge misconceptions, and ignite a deep passion for learning and personal development. This endeavor holds the potential to reshape our approach to health, fostering a society that's well-informed and actively committed to their well-being. Let me tell you a little captivating tale about Andrew Huberman, a man whose beginnings were just as intriguing as his journey to success. Imagine this. It's July 4th, 1994. The smell of sizzling barbecue wafts through the air. Laughter bouncing off the walls of a Californian home. Suddenly, chaos. A robbery. Andrew, an adrenaline chaser at heart, stands his ground while his friends scatter. He's outnumbered, surrounded by a crew wielding knives and broken bottles. In a simple way, this story shows us that Andrew Huberman is different from the crowd because he always displays bravery and fearlessness in the face of danger. While his friends run away, Andrew stays strong and faces robbers with dangerous weapons. Instead of being scared, he stands his ground and refuses to back down. Andrew's upbringing was filled with intellectual stimulation. His father, a Buenos Aires-born theoretical physicist, often brought over colleagues for engaging discussions over dinner. Through them, young Andrew was introduced to concepts like the chaos theory, then in its infancy. His parents, a pair of academics who met and fell in love in New York, later settled in California, raising Andrew and his sister before Palo Alto transformed into the wealthy enclave it is today. But then life threw a curveball. Andrew's parents split up when he was in his early teens. His father left the country, and his mother, heartbroken, struggled to recover. Andrew sought escape and solace in San Francisco, hopping on the 7F bus to the Embarcadero neighborhood. The Embarcadero Plaza, a hub for San Francisco's skateboarders and trendsetters, became Andrew's second home. This was the breeding ground of the EMB group, a subculture of professional skateboarders who later gained fame in the X Games. Here, Andrew brushed shoulders with names like Danny Way and Rob Dyrdek, becoming a part of a rebellious microcosm that ran its own little lawless world. This wild, alternative universe offered Andrew a kind of freedom that he never knew. Raised under academic parents, it was a drastic departure from his regular life. As a result, Andrew distanced himself from school and indulged in the thrill of skateboarding. His life spiraled downwards, eventually leading towards him being taken into custody. The school authorities took notice of Andrew's absences and intervened. During Andrew's summon, a peculiar man sat in the corner of the guidance counselor's office. Andrew was soon to discover that they were about to take him away. His mother, unable to guide him back on track or provide for him, was helpless. Andrew was taken to a facility, neither a hospital nor a prison, designed to house and reform kids who had lost their way. Here, he spent his first night locked in with his roommate, who practiced self-mutilation. Andrew realized that he had to comply with the rules if he wanted to escape this place and fast. So, all alone in this strange institution, he found himself reminiscing about his days at the Embarcadero. He reached out to his old skateboard team manager, not because he thought he was skilled, but rather out of desperation. Andrew faced a difficult time in his life, and he did not know which path to take. He reached out to companies that make skateboard wheels and trucks for help, but their response surprised him. The person he talked to understood his struggles, and they saw him as somebody who stayed calm when everything around him was chaotic. This made Andrew feel alone, and realized that he had to figure things out himself. Despite feeling alone, Andrew remained determined. He found a therapist who understood him and encouraged him to try meditation and self-reflection. One book called Wherever You Go, There You Are by Jon Kabat-Zinn had a big impact on him. As he practiced mindfulness, he discovered that running helped him release stress and ease pain and learn more about himself. So, during this time, Andrew didn't do too hot in school. He often got into fights and made bad choices, like experimenting with drugs. He also had to deal with an unplanned pregnancy with his girlfriend, which made him feel even more isolated. His relationships with his girlfriend's father were strained, but Andrew wanted to prove himself to them. He ran 6 miles to wash her car every Sunday while she was at church. But when she went to college, he realized just how lonely he was. In a desperate attempt to stay connected, he lived in the parking lot outside of her building at UC Santa Barbara. Feeling a little uncertain about his future, Andrew thought about his strengths. He was physically fit, he was good at connecting with others, so drawing on his experience with skateboards, he decided to become a firefighter. He took fire science class at Mission College in South Bay, thinking that it was a great opportunity, but then someone told him that having a bachelor's degree would help him advance in the fire department. So he mustered the courage to take his SAT, and even though he barely passed, he miraculously got into UC Santa Barbara. However, his academic journey didn't go too well. He struggled with attendance, got into trouble, and failed after a year. Hitting rock bottom made Andrew realize that he needed to make a change. He wrote a heartfelt letter to himself and his parents, and he promised to turn things around. Using his stellar memory, he decided to make the most out of his talents. He went back to the Bay Area and enrolled in community college. He studied intensely in a small studio, listening to Rancid and Bob Dylan to help him focus. As time went on, Andrew developed a passion for understanding the human mind. He became interested in topics like neurology and endocrinology, which fueled his desire to do well academically. He was determined to get nothing less than A grades and set his sights on graduate school, aiming for a doctoral degree. Throughout his journey, Andrew had support and guidance from mentors who saw his potential. But it all started on July 4th, 1994, when he found himself in the middle of a chaotic fight. This experience made him realize that he had inner strength and he was able to defy the odds. And now, after going through hardship and personal growth and a relentless pursuit of knowledge, Andrew Huberman is ready to make a significant impact with his groundbreaking work. The global neurology baton has been passed, but what does that mean? This transition marks an exciting new phase for neuroscience. Reflecting on this change, Dr. Huberman is struck by the rapid pace at which global neurology has been evolving. When he first made the decision to pursue a career in neurology outside of his home country, he had a clear vision. He was determined not to restrict himself to the boundaries of his nation. Despite being trained in a prestigious neurological institution, he was adamant about conducting research that went beyond the traditional academic focus. He aspired to dedicate the majority of his professional life to worldwide health, seeking answers to questions that could genuinely improve healthcare and treatment options, possibly even transforming the standard of care. Imagine a world where exhaustion and burnout are things of the past, where motivation and drive never waver and reaching your goals becomes second nature. That is the vision that Dr. Andrew Huberman claims to bring to life through his groundbreaking partnership with the World Health Organization. But what does all that even have to do with dopamine and subjective rewards? Well, let me break it down for you. Dopamine is a chemical in our brain that gives us a sense of pleasure and accomplishment, makes us feel happy, motivates us to keep going. Dr. Huberman reveals that dopamine is not just released when we achieve success, but actually during the pursuit of our goals. It's like a surge of energy that keeps us on going even when the going gets tough. So to illustrate this, Dr. Huberman uses the analogy of a hungry animal on the hunt. When the animal is feeling tired and wants to give up, a whiff of something delicious in the air triggers a surge of dopamine. And this surge of dopamine gives the animal the strength and the motivation to keep going and keep hunting. Similarly, dopamine keeps us motivated and driven to pursue our goals, even when we feel exhausted. But here's the catch. We need to give ourselves enough subjective rewards along the way to keep that dopamine a-flowing. Subjective rewards are those little moments of accomplishment and satisfaction that we experience during our journey towards our goals. It could be as simple as crossing off a task on our to-do list or receiving positive feedback for our efforts. These subjective rewards replenish our motivation and they prevent burnout. Dr. Huberman emphasizes that we have the power to control our motivation because dopamine is released based on our interpretation of what is rewarding. By recognizing and celebrating our small wins along the way, we can keep dopamine flowing and stay motivated in the face of challenges. And this is where Dr. Huberman's partnership with the WHO comes into play. Together, they aim to spread awareness about the importance of dopamine and subjective rewards in maintaining our well-being. They want to empower individuals to take control of their motivation and their drive ultimately changing the way that we approach our goals and live our lives. So the next time you feel exhausted and on the verge of giving up, remember that the power of dopamine and subjective rewards are in your hands. So celebrate your small victories, no matter how insignificant they may seem, and keep that surge of motivation alive. Research on dopamine and rewards has the potential to transform the global economy and the job market. By understanding how motivation works, employers can enhance productivity, they can reduce turnover, and promote job satisfaction. Recognizing and appreciating employees' achievements in the workplace can significantly boost motivation. Employees who feel valued are more likely to be productive and committed to their work. Simple acts of acknowledgement can have a powerful impact. So, preventing burnout and promoting work-life balance are crucial for maintaining motivation and well-being. Offering flexible work arrangements and creating a supportive environment can help employees to maintain that healthy balance between work and personal life. Something a lot of us struggle with, as I'm sure I don't need to tell you. Implementing these strategies can lead to a more motivated and more satisfied workforce. It benefits both employees and employers by improving productivity, reducing turnover, and fostering a positive work culture. Understanding motivation and implementing strategies to support employee well-being can positively impact the global economy and the job market. By prioritizing recognition, work-life balance, and a supportive environment, organizations can create a more productive and fulfilling work environment for their employees. The economic impact extends far beyond individual workplaces. A motivated workforce contributes to economic growth. It enhances living standards. It mitigates social inequalities. Addressing burnout and promoting work-life balance can also yield positive public health outcomes and help alleviate healthcare costs. The collaboration between Andrew Huberman and the World Health Organization has the potential to reshape the world as we know it, especially in tackling the global challenges presented by devastating diseases. With his expertise and innovative approaches, Andrew Huberman brings a fresh perspective to the partnership, while the WHO's vast resources and global reach provide a solid foundation for implementing impactful changes. By partnering with the WHO, Andrew Huberman gains access to a massive organization that has a proven track record in tackling public health issues. The WHO's extensive network, regional office, and field locations around the world provide them the ability to implement programs, to gather data, and give technical assistance to the countries that need it. This collaboration creates an opportunity for Andrew Huberman to amplify his research, his findings, and his methodologies on a global platform. Andrew Huberman's groundbreaking ideas and discoveries can be disseminated more widely through this partnership, reaching policymakers, healthcare professionals, and communities worldwide. His innovation approaches to understanding and combating terrible diseases can be integrated into the WHO's existing programs and initiatives. By combining their strengths, Huberman and the WHO can work together to develop effective strategies for prevention, treatment, and responses to these diseases. Furthermore, Andrew Huberman's collaboration with the WHO can foster a culture of knowledge exchange and collaboration amongst experts. This partnership can facilitate discussions, conferences, and forums where scientists, researchers, and practitioners can share their expertise, exchange ideas, and collectively address the challenges posed by terrible diseases. As a forum for discussions on health issues, the WHO can provide a platform for these valuable exchanges, enabling the global community to learn from Andrew Huberman's insights and contribute to the ongoing efforts. The collaboration between these two entities has the potential to be a game changer in the fight against terrible diseases. By leveraging the WHO's massive size, resources, and global influence, Huberman's research and innovative approaches can make a tangible impact on the world's health landscape. Together, they can drive significant advancements in preventing, treating, and ultimately eradicating these diseases, leading to a healthier and more resilient world. Despite the challenges faced, the World Health Organization has achieved significant milestones in global health, as highlighted in the results report. This report showcases WHO's remarkable accomplishments, such as the distribution of over 1.4 billion vaccine doses through the COVAX facility, the endorsement of the world's first malaria vaccine as well, and the organization's response to numerous health emergencies. During this period, WHO spearheaded the largest ever global response to a health crisis, collaborating with 1,600 partners to facilitate an unprecedented vaccination campaign. The organization allocated substantial funds to procure essential supplies for its response efforts. Dr. Tiros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, WHO Director General, emphasized that despite various challenges, WHO continued to support member states in addressing diverse health threats within limited budgets and disrupted services. Going forward, WHO's primary focus is investing more resources in countries where it can make the most significant impact, promoting health, ensuring global safety, and serving vulnerable populations. The ACT-A partnership played a pivotal role in delivering crucial health interventions, including vaccines, reaching a significant milestone of over 1 billion doses delivered. The global distribution of essential health materials was also undertaken, including personal protective equipment, oxygen supplies, treatments, and diagnostic tests. In the exploration of the factors that can disrupt hormonal balance, one offender stands out as a major threat to testosterone levels: trans fats. These harmful substances, abundant in processed, fried, and fast foods, have been found to have devastating effects on testosterone production. Beyond the immediate crisis, WHO has also made notable achievements by implementing policies in 58 countries that prohibit the use of trans fatty acids, harmful food compounds linked to cardiovascular disease. These policies have benefited the population of 3.2 billion people. Furthermore, WHO's Replace initiative aims to eliminate trans fats worldwide. Testosterone, a hormone closely associated with masculinity, plays a crucial role in various aspects of men's health, including muscle mass, bone density, libido, and overall well-being. Unfortunately, our modern diets, filled with convenient yet unhealthy foods, have introduced trans fats as a perilous enemy to this vital hormone. These artificial fats, found in excessive amounts of processed and fast foods, have been linked to a decline in testosterone levels. Scientific studies have demonstrated the detrimental effects of trans fats on our health. They increase the risk of heart disease, chronic inflammation, and type 2 diabetes. Trans fats disrupt our cholesterol levels by lowering the beneficial type and elevating the harmful type. Furthermore, they can interfere with testosterone production, which exacerbates an existing issue for a lot of dudes. Andrew Huberman's groundbreaking research has shed some light on the impact of trans fats on testosterone and men's health. His detailed studies provide valuable insights into how trans fats disrupt testosterone production. Acknowledging the serious health implications of trans fats, the World Health Organization has taken decisive actions to address this crisis. Collaborating with governments, health professionals, and the food industry, the WHO advocates for the removal of trans fats from the global food supply. Through targeted awareness campaigns and the implementation of policies to limit trans fat consumption, the WHO endeavors to safeguard men's hormonal health and diminish the prevalence of health-related risks. In our pursuit of optimal health, it is vital to acknowledge the detrimental impact of trans fats on testosterone levels. Through the groundbreaking research of Andrew Huberman and the concerted efforts of organizations like the World Health Organization, we can pave the way for a healthier future. Tobacco use affects a significant number of people worldwide. Approximately 1.3 billion people are tobacco users globally. This absolutely staggering number highlights the widespread impact of tobacco and the urgent need for effective measures to address this public health concern. Nicotine is a substance found in tobacco that a lot of people consume by smoking or vaping. It has a strong impact on our brains and our body. When we consume nicotine, it binds to receptors in our brain and increases our focus and dopamine release, making us feel good. However, smoking or vaping nicotine, as I probably don't need to tell you, is not good for our physical performance. It constricts our blood vessels and disrupts cells in our body, which can have negative effects on our health. Quitting smoking or vaping can be challenging, but there are methods that can help. Andrew Huberman discusses options like hypnosis or medication, such as Wellbutrin, which can assist in smoking cessation. Other approaches, like nicotine replacement therapy, where patches deliver nicotine, help gradually reduce dependence. And he's not alone. Thanks to WHO's Framework Convention on Tobacco Control, tobacco use is decreasing in 150 countries, contributing to saving lives and improving livelihoods. Moreover, guided by WHO guidelines, another significant accomplishment is the recommendation for widespread use of the world's first malaria vaccine, benefiting over 1 million children. In conjunction with other malaria control measures, the vaccine is expected to save thousands of lives every year. The report underscores WHO's essential role as a global health advocate, championing health equality and addressing inequalities. While acknowledging the challenges faced by the world, it emphasizes the need to accelerate progress towards crucial global health goals. WHO aims to continue working towards achieving its targets, which are essential for fostering universal health coverage and healthier populations. By reducing health equity gaps and striving for the well-being of all, WHO seeks to create a healthier and more equitable world. And I find that to be quite exciting.